So why not? Why no gods or idols? Well, stick around and find out. My name's Philip Bulcock, and welcome to the fourth part of the 4 Principles of Drama Training. So imagine, or you might not have to imagine, this might be happening to you right now. You're being taught Stanislavski, Orly Strasberg, Stella Adler, Sanford Meisner, Sam Kogan, all lauded as luminaries of the drama training industry. And you just take every word they say as the God's honest truth. You're spoon-fed it, and you don't ask yourself questions about it. You don't test it and check it to see if it works. I think you're doing yourself a huge disservice, because we always need to check what we're being taught to see if we are getting knowledge, if we are getting points of reference. That is very important, because knowledge is what you can build a career upon. Knowledge provides a stable foundation. If it's not knowledge, it's opinions. There's a lot of opinions in this industry. They can be very wishy-washy, and that provides anything but a stable foundation upon which to build a profession. So always check and test what you're being taught. Sam Kogan, my tutor, always encouraged his students to check everything that he was teaching them, to test it out for themselves. I think that was because of an experience he had when he was training. He trained at the Moscow University of Theatre Arts under Maria Knebel. Now, Maria Knebel was a student of Stanislavski and then became a colleague of his. So you can imagine for Sam and the rest of the students there studying in Moscow that Stanislavski was the be-all and end-all of acting training, and you didn't question what you were being taught. But as Sam grew more familiar with Stanislavski's technique, particularly when he started teaching it, he began to have more and more doubts, until he ended up in Paris before a conference on Stanislavski, and 2 professors that had both worked with his original professor, Maria Knebel, at the University of Theatre Arts in Moscow, were going to give talks there. Sam knew both of them and decided to ask them independently of one another to give their overview of the Stanislavski system. The first one said, well, with Stanislavski we all begin in the same place, but we all end up in different places. The second one said, well, with Stanislavski we all start in different places, but we all end up in the same place. So pretty much one was saying the exact opposite of the other, and I think it was almost there and then that Sam decided it was time to take Stanislavski down from the pedestal where he'd had him for years, which of course was very liberating, because that meant that Sam started to think for himself. He started to ask questions for himself. And in Sam's case, and this won't be the case for everyone, but he started to develop his own technique, which is famously based on as much knowledge and as little opinion as possible. I think it's a very healthy habit to get into, to always to be questioning and testing out, not just for the sake of it, but to promote your understanding, to promote your knowledge. Knowledge leads to further knowledge. That can't be a bad thing. So always check to see that what you're being taught works. Check to see you're being given knowledge, points of reference. And that's why, when you're studying anything, you mustn't have any gods or idols.